Hi, I'm Steven Souders. I'm the inventor of the Cut and Go. And I'm here to talk to you about my Journey to Safety Deer Harness series. And what this series is all about, it's a 4-part series, and it's about being able to use the cut and go when you get caught in your situation of suspension trauma, where you're hanging in there in your deer harness, and about using your shock trauma straps in combination with the cut and go. Now you have your deer drag harness one, and then you have your single loop shock trauma strap. I like this one. And so I'm amazed by how many hunters really aren't aware of these or don't wear their harness because they're fear of getting trapped. So I'm here with Gabby today, who's an avid hunter. Your shock trauma strap. Do you know what this is?
No. I usually look at it and I throw it out or put it to the side.
That's incredible. And then have you noticed that a lot of hunters don't wear harnesses because they're afraid of being trapped in their harnesses?
Yep, a lot of people, my husband doesn't wear a harness, and then a lot of people that I know do not wear harnesses.
That just really amazes me. So I really want you to take part and watch all 4 parts of this series. In the next part, we're going to talk about adjusting your shock trauma strap so that it's ready for deployment when you need it the most, and installing the cut and goes on your deer harness itself. Hi, I'm Steven Souders, inventor of the Cut and Go. And today we're here on the Journey to Safety Deer Harness Series Part 2. And today we're going to talk with Gabby today about adjusting your shock trauma strap and installing the cut and goes on your harness. Okay, now you'll notice there's one cut and go that's going to be on your top strap there. There'll be another cut and go over here on your chest there, another one on the leg there, another one over here on your other leg. And then she's going to install just how to install the cut and go on a single strap on your harness. Once you hear that little click, it's on, and you're locked on, and you're ready to go. Now she's going to show you how to adjust your shock trauma strap. This is very important. We found a best wise of like 4 to 6 inches or a couple inches above, just so when you step in it, you're taking that pressure off of your legs. What's going to happen is when you fall in there and you don't fall in your harness and you don't have this on and adjust it properly, what's going to happen is those are going to wrap tight around your legs, and you're going to get what's called suspension trauma. And what happens is it starts pooling blood in your legs. And believe it or not, you can die in as little as 5 minutes. Or as long as 30 minutes. So it's very important that you have that pre-adjusted and ready to go. As you can see, she has that pre-adjusted. Now she's just going to simply wrap that back up, Velcro that in there, so if she ever falls out, she can immediately deploy that and stand up in that and be prepared. So make sure you take these important steps before you go hunting. Hi, I'm Steven Souders, the inventor of the Cut and Go, and I'm here on my Journey to Safety Part 3 of my Deer Harness series. Now in this one, you can see Gabby is there clearly hanging there as if she fell out of her tree stand, and now she's just caught in her deer harness. The first thing she's going to do is release her pre-adjusted shock trauma strap. That's very important. This was covered in part 2, so if you didn't see part 2, go back and review that one. Now you can see what she's done is she's released that, and she's standing in there, and she's taking all the pressure off her legs. And that stops the pooling of the blood in her legs. Now she can take the time to decide what she's going to do when she needs to do it the most. But have that calm about her. Okay? Now, what we're going to do in this scenario, we're going to have her cut the entire right side. So she's going to cut the leg first. Okay, now she's going to go and she's going to cut the top one. See, now she has a great range of motion. She can decide what she's going to do and how she's going to do it. Now, every scenario is going to be different. Remember, safety is your responsibility. So take the time to try this. In part 4, we're going to be covering exactly how you can do this at home to keep you and your family safe, because in the end, we want you to be able to cut and go home to your family. Hi, I'm Steven Souders, inventor of the Cut and Go, and this is my Journey to Safety Deer Harness series. This is a 4-part series, and we're on part 4 today. And what we're here to talk about is the experience that Gabby had once she was just there hanging in her deer harness, and she used her shock trauma strap, and then she used the Cut and Go. So Gabby, can you tell us, what was that really like?
Yeah, so when I was first hanging, I definitely felt a lot of trauma right in my groin area. I would not have been able to last there very long, and I don't think I would have made it back to the ladder because I had no range of motion while I was hanging there. As soon as I deployed the strap and I was able to stand in it, I did feel a lot of the pressure relief, but I probably wouldn't have lasted super long. As soon as I used the Cut and Go, I had no pressure on that side that I cut. And I had a lot of range of motion. I definitely could have gotten back to my ladder. Or I could have probably hung out there for the rest of the night until someone came to get me.
That is great to know. So it's very important. Now, we did this in a controlled setting. We actually used a ladder in which we had Gabby stand on, and then we had her stand on, and then we pulled the ladder away and we let her hang there, and then she deployed it. And this is all what you should do at your home, in your yard, with your family, with your friends, and with your wife and your children. So you all really get that experience of what happens, and that way if it does happen to you, you'll know what to do, how to do it in the quickest way possible. Making this 4-part series of my Journey to Safety Deer Harness series has been very enlightening. And I really hope that this helps you in the end prepare for your safety when you need it the most. But in the end, you know what? It's not even about me. It's not about the Cut and Go. It's all about I'm Steven Souders, inventor of the Cut and Go, and I also want to let you know that we created a demo one for you. And this is so that you can just use it. If you're up in the tree stand, you got a little board or something like that, you can use it, and what that'll do is it'll help you develop muscle memory on what you need to do, when you need to do it the most, in the quickest way possible. And Gabby is going to demonstrate for you exactly how the demo model would work if you're sitting up in your tree stand and you just want to develop that kind of muscle memory. You can either push it or you could pull it. Either way will do it because it's a guided system. So no matter how you do it, it can only do one thing, and that is cut your belt in the most effective way possible. Have a great day. Stay safe and get your Cut and Go today.